With thousands of positive reviews and unbeatable prices, lootbar.gg is the smarter way to recharge in WutheringWaves. Click the link in the description in order to start saving money now. Yo nation, how you guys doing? I hope you guys are doing fantastic. Today's video is going to be a little bit different because Kuro Games just got into a little bit of a drama and being accused of stealing their models in order to make their characters. So yeah, this guy called SteamBundx posted this on X and started like getting a little bit of attraction. Patents that Kuro Games filed in China, which is the patent one is basically lets them use AI to mash up parts of existing game characters, likely scrapped or copied, to auto-generate new ones. It's not innovation, it's algorithmic plagiarism. Sorry, I couldn't pronounce that, with a shiny label. What this guy is trying to say is basically that Kuro Games take models from existing games such as like Genshin, maybe like Star Rails or HSR or whatever, and they take those models, they put them into an AI and make that AI generates their models for WutheringWaves. And these are like super serious accusations, and he claims that he took these translations from like the patents in China and got them like translated, and it literally says that. The next patent that he talked about is that it's about a system that they made to track which games are trending, so they can buy up those keywords. You search for a popular game and WutheringWaves shows up instead. Straight up attention hijacking. So he claims that WutheringWaves is not making any innovations, and they're also like hijacking attention. And that's why their game is getting the attention that they're getting. For the first like patent, I don't feel like it's true. I feel like this guy is not being subjective, and the thing is that made me believe that he's not subjective. The moment that you get into his page, the first thing that you're going to be seeing is that he is the biggest Hoyo chill ever. This is like the first post that you're going to be seeing. He's talking about Genshin. He said he's incredible correct, because if Kuro were the ones to make Genshin, Genshin will be made in the UE, which won't run at all on the 2020 phone. It would look extremely out of place with characters that have half anime, half realistic design. In world, using generic assets you find from the creative market, it would be using the default render pipeline from the UE or the Unreal Engine with default water instead of having everything built in-house to maximize its performance. It's unlikely the current recommended spec of Genshin NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1060, 6GB or higher would even run Genshin 1.0. Kuro is great at getting creators to suck them off over things that's ready made for them. From the Genshin formula to the Unreal Engine build in tools, even the assets themselves are not always developed by Kuro Games. Kuro is like a kid trying to recreate someone else's masterpiece using Lego blocks they bought off the shelf. But instead of understanding why the original was special, they just mash similar colored bricks together and call it innovation. This is such a big thing to say about a game that basically took what Genshin Impact did and made it a lot better, which is, I feel like this guy is not being subjective, and he's not like in his right amount, mind, because he's basically like taking everything that he finds online about Kuro Games and twisting it around to serve a certain agenda, in my opinion. He also says that the advertising practice has been recently made illegal by new Chinese law regarding fair competition, but before this, you would see WuWa when searching for pretty much any anime mobile game. Example, Identity 5, Snowbreak, HSR, HoYoverse. I guess this is how they spent over 100 million in just 3 months of advertisement, lol. And I'm glad that you guys like went in and sort of like started like clowning on this guy because it's deserved. Oh my guys, HSR new advertising take over WuWa. Basically, like this guy took into Google, wrote WutheringWaves, and Honkai Star Rail came up. So this guy literally like got clowned off by one of you guys essentially. But yeah, it's like I feel like these accusations are not correct, because a lot of people in the comments are talking about the fact that these translations is inaccurate, and a lot of people are talking about how this guy is basically is being biased towards like HoYoverse or Genshin. So this guy says, God, you are so desperate to stay relevant that you spread misinformation. Then again, I knew I knew that already. Heads up for everyone, some of these sounds like misinformation. Patents can't cover stolen content, and buying trending keywords is standard marketing, not hijacking. Criticism is fine, but accuracy matters more. I feel like it's totally fine to like to use certain like keywords, similar to like to YouTube videos. Like you basically, if you want to like to be sort of like found, you have to like to put keywords in order to like to get the attention that you need. It's quite normal in the advertising, so I don't think Kuro Games did anything wrong there. And also like the fact that he talks about Genshin Impact being better than WuWa, without talking about what WuWa did good and what WuWa did bad, or talking about what Genshin did better and what WuWa did better. I feel like that's the fair comparison. You have to like to take the bad stuff from this game and the bad stuff from this game, and also like the good stuff from this game and the good stuff from the game. So you don't have to like to be like sort of like turned into a chill, in my opinion. But this guy is straightforward, like trying to like to find some dirt that he can pick up or sort of like can dig in order to like to stick it to Kuro Games, and it seems like very biased in my opinion. But I'm glad that a lot of people in the comments down below are sort of like talking about this guy, because this is not the first time that he basically like said that a lot of content creators in WutheringWaves, similar to Juice, I think someone else, and then there is Saint Totos as well, he accused them of being paid from Kuro Games to spread like sort of like the propaganda of WutheringWaves and talk about how WutheringWaves is much more like innovative than HoYoverse, sort of like to chill in order to like to get those clicks, and also like try to like to spread or put good light on WutheringWaves compared to Genshin Impact. But yeah, I feel like this guy is desperate, and I feel like this guy is sort of like trying to get the attention in the wrong way. He's just like getting rage baiting people. But yeah, this guy is just like getting sort of like ratioed very hard, in my opinion. You can like tell by the amount of views compared to the amount of like dislikes. You can tell like even the Genshin community didn't come for his rescue, and most of the people that sort of like clowning on him in the comments are people that just like telling him that you are wrong, bro, like do something about it. Like I checked out his sort of like what is it called, content, and he doesn't seem like to make any content about Genshin Impact either. He just like plays this reverse 1999 game basically. So it's been like really strange that this guy is just chilling for HoYoverse. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about this. Is this something that that you believe that is true, that Kuro Games is using AI to steal like models from other games, or is it just like someone that is trying to like to stay relevant or sort of like rage bait people in order to get those clicks? But yeah, I feel like this is like a sort of like a lousy attempt in order to get people upset about stuff, because I don't believe that's legal to like to steal stuff or stealing stuff. It's sort of like sounds weird to me. But yeah, I could be mistaken because I can't read Chinese obviously, and I tried to translate it, but the translation wasn't very accurate. But yeah, maybe one of you guys in the comments does speak Chinese and can sort of like enlighten us essentially. But yeah, with that being said, this is silly, and thank you so much for watching, and don't believe anything that you see on Twitter essentially, because yeah, these people are spreading hate and spreading misinformation by just being biased towards one game to another. And I'll be catching you guys in the next video. Bye bye.